We're going to do a bit of breathing, and this will actually slip us in to activate the vagus nerve. Okay, so we'll start off with just getting ourselves comfortable. Okay, you can close your eyes. Get yourself comfortable. This can take a minute or two. Just move around and give yourself time to get very comfortable. Okay, you may feel you want to just move slightly your shoulders or your head or your legs, and get very comfortable and bring yourself down. And if you want, you can imagine a dial tone, like back in the day when you had the radios and you had the big kind of dial tone, and you'd go from volume from 10 to 1, and you can slowly turn that volume down and slow right down. Okay, you feel your body relax, and if you want to relax a little more, you just turn it down. So you go from 10 down to 9, down to 8, down to 7, down to 6, down to 5. And that's as far as I'll go for the moment, because I don't want to put you to sleep. And you're just dialing yourself down, getting nice and comfortable. Okay, we'll go down a little further in a while. So just take a nice deep breath in and let it all out. You feel yourself sinking down even further there. So you go from 5 down to 4. And you're sinking down. And every exhale, you're releasing all your stresses and you're just leaving them go. You want to let them off. You want to get them out of your body. You don't want any of those stresses, anything that was bothering you. On the exhale, you just let them go. Every inhale, you're breathing in the good and you're letting out the stresses and anything that's bothering you. Breathing in and breathing out. And the more you relax, you'll notice that your inhales get bigger. You'll be able to take in more because the oxygen levels in your lungs are increasing. And you let it out. You should be nicely relaxed by now. Okay. Just take a minute to enjoy this deep relaxation. Okay. You're down at a level now that gives you relief. So it sets you into relaxation. Let your body start to recover and repair. Your heart rate has dropped nicely. And your vagus nerve has activated. This starts off a nice healing process. And this is a very, very powerful place to be. Because if you ever find yourself in a difficult situation, you might be in a situation that you didn't expect, where you get delays, you mightn't be able to get home on time, and you're feeling tired. You can pop into this situation here where you relax yourself down and you can relax down, and you'll find yourself being able to save energy. Okay? Very, very powerful and very, very, very important to have this in your back pocket at all times. There will always be situations that come up unexpectedly, and you can learn how to just pop into this. Don't panic. Don't waste any energy. Just pop in here. Sit back and relax. And it really does work. I've tested it now over the last few days. Got a few delays in there. And I'm telling you, it gets you through. At the end of it, though, and you have delays like that, you have to go to bed and relax when you get home and sleep and sleep and sleep and let your body recover. Okay? And if you need to sleep at any stage when you get into the delays and stuff, you just set alarms, even for just 15 minutes. Pop into this, relax, come right down into relaxation. And the vagus nerve will pop in and you will just sit and relax. Now, just enjoy it there for a minute. Gently breathing in and out. And if you want, you can visualize yourself at the bottom of an ocean. You're deep, deep under the sea. Okay, you're just sitting down there, and that's your safe space. And when you're down there, you can visualize the floor of the ocean and all the coral down there and all the little plants that grow on the bottom of the ocean. You see the tiny, tiny fish down there, and they're eating off the plants. You can visualize our big rock face if you want. Okay. And the rock face will be to your right. And in the rock face, you'll see other fish and crabs and coral and everything coming out of the face of that. And it'll have different colors. You'll have pinks and greens and oranges and greens, obviously, because you'll have different green grasses that grow up through the rock faces. You can just sit there nice and calm, looking at all these things. And then when you're ready, you can come back up a little bit, come back up, and pass through all the water. Feel yourself coming back up until you get to the surface and you pop out onto the surface of the ocean. And you're actually not that far from the shoreline. So you're going to make your way to the shoreline, just swimming. And this is your visualization, so you can swim quite freely. There's no pressure. And after a couple of minutes, you get to the shoreline and you walk along the beach, and it's beautifully warm. And on the beach, you'll see beautiful logs that have drifted onto the shore. And you'll sit down and you'll put your back up against the logs. And you'll just rest here. This is where we're going to be, resting for another minute or two, just taking in the surroundings. As you look out, you can see the ocean, and it goes as far as the eye can see. And then you'll see the horizon. There's absolutely no clouds to be seen. But behind you, there's trees, big forest of trees. So if you look up into the sky, you'll possibly see some birds, but they'll be eagles. And you'll know the eagles because they have white heads and white tails. And there'll be hawks because they're all brown. They look like the eagle, but they're all brown. And they'll just be cruising along the shoreline, high up. And they'll drift back in and out from the forest tree tops. The temperature today is about 30 degrees, so it's nice and warm, so you're drying off nicely. So as you look down the beach to your right, you can see it's spotted with more of these driftwoods, big driftwoods. Now I'm talking large ones that you can actually sit on. And they're all along the shoreline. They're on the sea, the sand just above the shoreline, drifted up. And you can see the line of forest running all along your right-hand side. And then it runs along the end there, across the top, and out to sea a good bit, and then it stops. Beautiful high trees, very tall trees. There's a whole forest. If you were to go and walk in, you'd see a pathway, and it walks all the way up to the car park on the far end. It's just beautiful, but we're going to stay here on the beach now. Just relax. Take a moment to just notice how our body is affected by this relaxation. So you're feeling really calm. Nothing is bothering you. You've nowhere to go, nothing to do, just sit here. Your heart rate is nice and slow. Your blood pressure is nicely balanced. You're completely relaxed. There's no stress in your body, none at all. You're feeling really good. And you can feel your body just totally relaxed. You can feel the support of the chair underneath you, so you know you're safe. There's no one going to bother you. You're just here in this moment, enjoying the relaxation. So while you're here, I'm just going to tell you a few benefits of the vagus nerve, because you're in it now. You've activated it. You're nice and relaxed. So you're in your parasympathetic nervous system, which helps you rest, helps you repair, aids recovery, and aids digestion. Because you're so relaxed, everything in your system is working better. There's no tension in there, so your blood is flowing better. All your valves are just relaxed. There's no tension. This is such a valuable place to be. Getting rid of all that tension gives you energy in itself, because your body's not working so hard. Okay? The vagus nerve is a fantastic nerve. It's the longest coronal nerve in the body that extends from your neck all the way down to your abdomen. Okay? And we'll work on this in a little while, but for the moment, I'm just going to let you enjoy being in it, because when it's activated, you feel calm, you feel safe. Nothing can disturb you, right? You're in the here and now, which is the perfect place to be. Your mind is just focusing on what I'm saying. If you fall asleep, that's perfectly fine, because this will go into your subconscious. So just relax. The vagus nerve helps to regulate your heart rate by sending signals to the heart slow down. And that's what it's doing now. Because you're in it, heart rate is down, slowing right down. And if you are wearing a monitor, you would see all your numbers, like say your heartbeat, your blood pressure, everything has dropped a little bit. Okay? Because you're activating the vagus nerve, and you are putting yourself into a deep healing, safe place. Joy. When you stimulate the vagus nerve, we enhance memory formation by releasing norepinephrine. Can't get that out. But you release your norepinephrines into the amygdala, which is your memory part of your brain. These are very beneficial because we need to improve our memory, and by being in here, you will do so. You're repairing and releasing what is needed to do that. You've reduced all the stress in your body, and this promotes the calm because you're not worried about anything. You're not thinking about anything. You're just lying here, relaxing. You're very calm. Enjoy. When the vagus nerve is stimulated, it is a key component of the brain-gut axis, influencing digestion and gut health. Your gut health is very important because it's connected to your brain and your immune system. You'll have less digestive issues because you're more relaxed. When you're tense, your digestive system gets all upset, and you don't need that. So if you can practice being in your state of relaxation and activating your vagus nerve, the benefits are massive. It also helps your pain receptors because when you're relaxed, everything is less tense and the body is not contracting. Okay, so the pain just drops. You'll find that the more you relax, the better you will feel. We have pain relieving neurotransmitters in the body, and these are released when we are in a calm state. Just breathing nice and gently now. Enjoy just being letting it all go. Let it go so that you can benefit from the huge healing that's going on in your body right now. The vagus nerve also facilitates communication between the heart and the brain, influencing emotional and physical health. When you're relaxed like this, you think clearer. Your emotions are more balanced. You're not so emotionally stimulated so that you would be reacting to things. You're just nicely calm. So if someone says something, it doesn't really affect you as much. I use this an awful lot. And it's fabulous because you're like, someone will say something to you and you will just go, yeah, whatever. And they'll see it doesn't affect you. So they just kind of move on to someone else because they want that reaction. So you're in a better emotional state. Your physical health will be better as well because the more you do this, the stronger your body gets because you're recovering, you're healing your body. Okay? It's repairing. So it's hugely beneficial. You're probably wondering now, how do I stimulate my vagus nerve? Well, one, you're doing it now. This is one way of doing it. Just deep relaxation. You can do this anytime you want, any place, anywhere. If you want just 15 minutes of it, you can drop into it. Just by doing your nice deep breathing, just relaxing down. If you find that you get into a state where you are anxious, you can do the double inhale with the exhale. So it's just an you can do that 5 times. And it gets you, just drops you down even further into a deep relaxation. So you'll probably turn down to 3 now. So you're deeply relaxed. So you can feel on the exhale, you can feel yourself like, I imagine myself sliding down a slide when I exhale. So and each time you're sliding down deeper and deeper into relaxation. So you're in a deeper state now. Okay. Just enjoy that there for a minute. Totally relaxed. When you're doing this as well, you can also benefit from going on YouTube and listening to someone doing a visualization if you want. Deep relaxation. And when you're doing that, you'll be listening like you are to me now. Listening, listening, listening. And as you're listening, you'll drop down into the relaxation mode. Okay, so you're dropping down and down and down because you're listening, but you're deep listening. Okay, and this activates it as well. Okay, you're all the way down. Your vagus nerve is now activated and is working away quietly in the background. Your body is in a complete state of relaxation. I'm just going to leave you here for another minute before we come out, because I want to talk to you about different stuff. How to do it. Activate the vagus nerve and stimulate it. The things I want to show you. I want to leave you here as long as I can because it's just so beneficial. And if you do this at night, before you go to sleep, you'll drift off into a sleep. And you'll find you get a beautiful sleep. What I find hugely beneficial is if you have a bath before you go to bed, put some Epsom salts into the bath and sip a little bit of water before you go into the bath, and go in there for 20 minutes. Just relax, get you into a great relaxed state. So when you come to bed, you're already relaxed. And then when you do your breathing, very deep breathing and gently turning down the volume, visualize it going down, 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 down. You're dropping down into deep relaxation. You'll find you'll drop off pretty easily to sleep. Okay, so I'm going to bring you back out of that. Right, we're going to turn the knob up, turn the dial up from 1, 2, 3, and you're becoming more awake. 4, 5, 6. You're gently moving. 7, 8, 9. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And 10. You're back up and out of it. Take your time. You can take a deep breath if you want. Move your neck and head around in circles, nice and gently. Yawn if you want, just to bring yourself out of it. Ooh, I hope you enjoyed that. The vagus nerve is the most powerful nerve. They're talking about it more and more now because it is very powerful. And the more you stimulate that, the better, because it's the healing nerve. The more you stimulate that, the better. So I do it nightly now. And during the day, I might do it before I do my sleep. If I go for a sleep for an hour, I would do it. Oh, a bit too relaxed now. But yeah, there's other ways you can stimulate it, and it is taking cold showers. Now, when you're taking the cold showers, you can take your regular shower, right? Nice and warm, not too warm, but nice and warm, comfortably warm, and you can wash your hair and wash your body. And then at the end, just for a short while, you don't have to have it on for long. But if you just turn down the dial again, another dial to the cold, right? And it'll slowly go into cold, and leave it on. And what I usually do is I take a couple of deep breaths before, as I'm turning it down, I take a couple of deep breaths and go to get myself ready. And then when it goes down, you can go, and that helps you to tolerate the cold, right? Because you're adjusting your body to the cold. And you can do it for, literally 5 seconds, 10 seconds if you want, and then turn it off. It's the kind of, you want to feel the cold, right? Because that kind of activates your body as well, right? And it gets the blood pumping, right? Which is good. And then you can turn it off again, right? So you don't have to be under there for long, a couple of seconds and stuff, but you need to get that cold, and then turn it off, right? And the deep breathing will help you to tolerate that. What that does is it just gets your body in a bit of an oomph, gives your body a bit of an oomph, which you want, right? You can also, if you don't want to do this, you can get an ice pack and put it on your chest, right? And that'll give you the cold that you want to give yourself a bit of an oomph, and then you take it off again, right? You can wash your face with cold water. Sometimes I don't feel like having a shower in the morning. I just want to have a bit of a wash. So I let the cold run in the tap, and you wash your face in the cold water, and that's good too. It gives you a bit of an oomph, because you feel the cold water on your face. So there are just 3 ways you can do your cold therapy, as they call it, right? Meditation, like we did, will get you right down into the slowing down your body, okay? And the next way you can do it is you can hum, a hum breath. And you'll feel the vibrations in your body. So if you go, you'll feel the vibrations in your mouth, right? And the different tones, you can go, you can feel it in your nose. You can play around with that. If you go, you can feel some in your throat. The deeper you go, it moves down into your throat. Your vagus nerve starts up here, okay, in the base of the tip of your spine here, or the base of your head, your crown there. So it's all up there. So when you go, just do the different tones. You'll feel it in the different parts of your nose. So like your sinuses and stuff, your neck and your throat. Okay. So all along here will be activated. That's your vagus nerve will run down there in the base of your crown. So you're activating it there. So that's good to do. When you're going around the house, you can just hum away. Okay. Whatever tune you want, but hum away, and that'll and sing. You can sing as well, but the humming, I think, is more effective because you can feel the vibrations. Okay. Then you can massage the side of your neck. Okay, just massage it down there. I'll just use one hand because I'm holding the phone. You can use both hands down each side. Okay. And then you can do do you ever do the nano, like Mark and Mindy? Remember that? And just two fingers on each side of your ear. You're doing the front of your ear and the back of your ear. Okay? You can do both sides, each hand. Okay? And that'll massage there, and that activates it as well. Okay, nice and gently. You can do it nice and slowly if you want. And when you go up to up the top of the ear, come down nice and slowly, and you'll feel a little hollow there in the back of your ear. Your finger should drop into it. Can you feel that? Little hollow? You can just kind of massage in there with your finger. You can just the one finger will drop in, and you can massage in there. Okay, that's very good. Okay, just gently massage in there. Okay, on both sides. All right. That's very nice. It's quite relaxing too. And dogs love it as well. When you do it with the dogs, they love it. You feel them. They'll turn their ear going, yes, I love that. Yes, and the cats will. Yeah, so that's very good for you. Okay, and just then when you're finished, just rub down like that. Okay, just flick down your neck like that and go flick around there. Just sending all those. Just very good for you. And you can go back up again, up like that. Okay, just to get all those. That's very good for your neck as well. Okay, just to get everything moving down there in your neck. It's very important. Your neck's a very important spot, and we'll be working on that again a little bit later. Okay. Next thing you can do is very gentle movement, right? I had a little sort of I suppose a ritual when I was over in Vancouver staying at my sister's house. So in the morning time, the dog would wake me up. He'd be outside the door. I was down in the basement. So he'd Karen would go off to work and I'd be down in the basement and she'd leave the door slightly open, right? So the dog would come down the steps when he was ready, come down the steps and he'd come outside the door. My door was shut. So he'd give a little woof. And if I didn't hear it the first time, he'd give a louder woof. And then I'd wake up and I'd go and he'd be waiting there for me, open the door and he'd be there and he'd be wagging his tail and I'd bring him up and I'd walk up the steps with him and out the door. And it beautiful temperatures now. I mean, you're talking like in the early 20s at 9 o'clock in the morning, like, and it's lovely. So I'd I'd have to go down to the grass. So go down to the grass and throw his ball for him. Off he'd go. And then I do my gentle movement, which I do qigong, right? But you can do qigong or whatever movement you want, as long as you're moving just gently your arms and your legs. Just gently stand and move your arms up and down. If you just want to do that, that's movement enough. You can move your legs side to side and just getting gentle movement, whatever you're comfortable with. And I used to do that for maybe a couple of minutes and then the dog would come back and he'd come down at my feet and he'd roll over for his belly rub. So I give him a little belly rub. I used to love that. And then I'd come up and rub his ears. And then I'd take the ball out of his mouth. He was so gentle, I could take the ball out of his mouth. And I'd throw it again. And off you go again. And I'd do a little bit more movements and stuff. Just gently moving your head from side to side and up and down. And just whatever way you want. It's totally up to yourself. But the important thing is you're getting gentle movement in. And what this will do is will just get your body and your blood flow going, okay? And there's a couple of more things I'll get you to do later on, but that's just a 5-minute little exercise in the morning. It's so gentle and it actually helps you to wake up, okay? Sunlight also, getting up early in the morning, get out in the sunlight, gives you your vitamin D. And it's also good to stimulate the vagus nerve because the heat in your body is very good for you, right? Also, you need to raise your vibration, okay, in your body. And you can do that by being thankful for 3 things. So gratitude. Okay, so you give thanks for the beautiful sunlight, thanks for the beautiful heat, thanks for the beautiful grass that you're standing on, and thanks for the beautiful tree that's in the garden. You can go on and on if you want, but you can give 3 or 4. And by standing on the grass, also with your bare feet, you're grounding yourself. Okay? This is very powerful because it's giving your energy to the ground and the roots are underneath you, giving your energy back up again. So you're feeding your body the energies from the ground. They're coming up through the soles of your feet. If you can do this near a tree, if you have a tree in your back garden, you're getting the roots, that's even more powerful. If not, don't worry about it. You're getting your grounding, right? I just happen to have a huge willow tree, the size of a house, is underneath me. So the roots were underneath me, and that was very powerful. Another thing you can do, if you're feeling nervous or uncomfortable or anxious, some of the things you can do is, first of all, pinch your nose, right? Okay, just pinch your nose, okay? What this will do is it pattern interrupts. So if you're thinking, if you're nervous, you're obviously thinking of something. You might know what you're thinking of. You just say, oh, I feel nervous. But just to pattern interrupt, pinch your nose, right? And feel the pressure, right? Feel the pressure and think about that. I'm pinching my nose. That pattern interrupts. So it brings you back to the present, okay? Do a deep inhale. You can do a double inhale and exhale. You can do that 5 to 10 times. Do it 5 times, and if you find you're not relaxed enough, do it 10 times. right? Again, I'll mention the splashing of cold water on your face. That also will help. If you're in a building and you're near a bathroom and you're feeling anxious, just slip into the bathroom, run the cold tap for a minute or two and splash your face with water. Okay? This is another pattern interrupt. Okay? And you'll be, oh, that's cold. And straight away you're out of your bad thoughts into the present. Okay? And that's where we need ourselves. Okay? Because when we're thinking, we're slipping into the past or the future. Right? The past will be sadness, regret, reminiscing. The future will be anxiety, tension, and stress. Okay? So these all get you back into the present moment. Okay? And repeat to yourself, I'm in the present now. I'm safe. I'm okay. Because half of what you're thinking isn't true, right? The other thing, when you're doing the inhale and exhale, when you finish that, right? Okay. You can also use the inhale and exhale to do another trick. So you just take an inhale and an exhale, and you let it all go, and you put your thumb in the center of your other hand, right? The center of the palm of your hand, right? Okay. And you gently press on that, okay, for the count of 5. But you count backwards. Now you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This activates your brain in a reverse form so that you have to concentrate to do it. And it also pattern interrupt, right? So you're now focused on your hand. Your thumb is in the center of the palm of your hand and you're counting backwards, right? Okay. This is another pattern interrupt. The pattern interrupt is vital because it takes you out of your state of mind into a better state of mind and brings you back to the present. Okay. You can also go from 10 to 1 if you find you're very stressed. You can level it the way you want, right? So if you're in a house and somebody's annoying the hell out of you, and there you find yourself, your temperature is rising, and you find you're going to lose your cool, just say, listen, give me 5. Walk out of the room, go to another room, do one of these tactics. You can do whichever works for you, whichever one you remember. Basically, bring yourself down into a nice, relaxed mode, and you can give yourself the time you need before you go back in again. Okay? All right? These are really, really powerful exercises. Okay? Right. Okay. So the last thing we'll do today is when you activate the vagus nerve and you get yourself down into a nice, relaxed state, it's no harm to do a lymphatic drainage, right? Just to clear out the body. You should be doing a lymphatic drainage, or if you can choose to do if you wish, but it would be wise to do a lymphatic drainage at least once a day. And you can do it quite quickly, right? I'm going to do it nice and slowly here, but you can do it quite quickly, okay? So you can do it sitting down or you can do it standing, whichever you choose. Probably best to do it standing, but you can do it sitting down, right? So you're going to put your hand on just your collarbone there to the right-hand side, right? And you're going to tap, rub, and swipe, right, for a count of 5. So you're going to tap for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to rub for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to swipe 5, 3, 4, 5. Okay? That's the first point, right? Then you're going to go under your arm, right? And you're going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to rub 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to swipe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? The next is the neck, right? You can do both sides if you want. You're going to tap both sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to rub 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to swipe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? The next is your tummy, right? You're going to put a hand on your tummy, under the rib cage on your tummy, right? And you're going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to have both hands on your tummy now and tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're gently going to massage in circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this gives your inner esophagus, or not esophagus, your inner intestines a nice rub. Okay, so you're massaging, so you're moving around the intestines there. Okay, and that helps with everything digestive. Okay, so you're aiding digestive. So then you're going to, after you've rubbed 5 times, you can rub 10 times if you want, but I usually just do the 5. Then you're going to just swipe down 5 times. Okay. Okay. Then you're going to go to your inner thigh there by your groin. Okay. At the top of your leg there, just the crease there, and you're going to just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to just tap it, and then you're going to rub 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're just going to swipe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And the 6th point then is the backs of your knees. So stretch out your legs. Okay. Tap the backs of your knees, both knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rub 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then swipe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so they're the 6 points. So I'll just go over them again. So it's your collarbone, right? The second one is your underarm. The third one is your neck. The fourth one is your tummy. The 5th one is the opposite your hip in there, in the crease, your top of your leg there. And the last one, the 6th one, is the backs of your knees. Okay. This is very important because your lymphatic, it just frees up and drains your lymphatic system. Okay. And that's very important that you do it daily, right? And you could do it as quick as 2 minutes. I'd say it takes me about 2 minutes to do. And you can do it when you get up out of your bed, right? And just run through it quickly. Okay. I hope that was helpful.